Hello, welcome along to another episode of Bangkok ChitChat with my good old buddy here, Andrew.
Thank you.
He's from Scotland, you know. And Andy. Right.
He's from England, yeah.
Yeah, I am. I am indeed. Now, this caught my eye because it's just massive. British angler catches world's biggest carp, weighing in at 232 pounds.
That's over 100 kilos, 110 kilos or something like that.
Well, you see the picture of it there.
2.2 kilos to a pound.
Well, amazed angler John
£2 a
Harvey,
kilo.
you see a picture of him here posing with his world record catch, a Siamese Carp, which weighed, as we said, 232 pounds. It beat the old record by 10 pounds. So John, 42, celebrated by buying beers for all the other anglers at the Palm Tree Lagoon at the Chedi Hack, Southern Thailand, wherever that is. The fish tipped the scales at 16.5 stones, which is heavier than a mini car.
Really?
I know. What it says here.
Really? It must be a mini car.
Must be one of the earlier mini cars. He's a property investor from Wesley in Devon, said, "It was fighting too hard. It was the weight that was the real challenge," my Devonshire accent. "And it was nerve-wracking because I didn't want to make a mistake. After 80 minutes, I finally brought it into the bank and I couldn't believe my eyes. It was absolutely enormous. The pictures do not do it justice at all." Where you can see, massive. Now, I wonder if he threw it back, or the fish threw him back.
Yeah.
No, the fish
slapped him about a bit.
Yeah, the fish threw him back. So it did get me thinking about the fishing industry here, not commercial fishing, but
Recreational.
Recreational, well done. No licenses needed for any type of rod fishing.
Right.
So just Google fishing places in time. We've got lakes, rivers, sea.
Yeah, we used to take my daughter and we'd go fishing to, it was basically a man-made lake.
Yeah,
and you had all the other guys in, in a little hut thing, yeah. Bloody hot, yeah. And you do your fishing, and you catch your fish, and you take it, and
they cook it.
It'd be weighed. No. It was just it was primarily for Thai. Yeah?
All right.
And you take it, and they weigh it, and they charge you. Now you pay to fish, and you pay for the fish.
They charge you, but
well, they've stocked it. They've stocked.
Yeah. So was it the weight of the fish determined how much they charged you?
Yes.
It's like they should have eaten it. It's cheaper.
Sushi.
Oh, absolutely.
There's the bones. Weigh that one.
So there's plenty of these lakes around. My son goes to one.
Supracan, there's a lot.
Yeah, there we go. And there are restaurants as well there. I don't think they cook what you catch, but while you're fishing, you can have snackaroonies and food and beers.
Yeah, but everyone pretty much legless around there, except the kids.
Right.
Except the parents, of course, being good parents.
Now, recently, again, due to what was it? No Plastic Day in the world, the beginning of July. Bring your own shopping bag campaign again it's never not started. It's been going for a while, but they keep boosting it and giving it some PR. Which stores and shops are promoting no plastic? That's coming up in just a moment. How are other retailers? Are retailers doing enough? What are the plastic waste stats, which are frightening, and how can you help? So last July the 3rd it was, International Plastic Bag Free Day 2019, celebrated by millions, 170 countries, and aimed to encourage people to be more aware of the plastic use. Which stores and shops are promoting no plastic?
All right, okay. Can I just say a couple of things about the previous topic?
You're back on fishing?
No, because the rules of fishing, I believe in the UK, someone correct me, is that when you catch a fish, you should put it back in, because the rivers don't have enough fish.
Depends on the law of the river and the season.
And especially in Scotland. And the other thing within Scotland is I used to go fishing with my father in the River Tay, in Scotland. And basically what I used to turn around and say, where the hell's he gone? Yeah, there he would be with his bag, and he'd be having a wee whiskey and just go for a sleep. He never did any fishing at all. He just slept.
Well, that's what I've heard most fishermen do. The retired
go
fishermen.
Into the wee bothy.
Get away from the wife and just have a nap with a bottle of whiskey. Is that what you wanted to say?
That's what I wanted to say.
Okay,
now back to we're talking about the plastic.
Which stores and shops are promoting no plastic?
Well, I'd made a note here, and excuse my language, but I said bollocks.
Well, that's not bad.
I just think what's going on with the plastic with this is a great idea, but what this particular organisation, they were talking about charging 1 baht for the bag, and then they would give the difference to the World Wildlife Fund Thailand. Yeah. Who is actually monitoring that? Who is saying how much are you paying for that bag? Why don't they just charge people for the bag?
Yeah.
And what we can do is, I brought this along. I don't know about yourself, yeah. When you go to 7-Eleven or you go to any of the shops and they turn around and go, yes, and that'll be 10 baht and 25 stang.
I know.
Where can you spend that?
I know.
Or the 50 satang piece.
Any of the
Where do you
bronze,
spend
any
it?
of the bronzes.
So why don't you just charge them 25 stang so we can get rid of these horrible little coins where nobody really wants them? Yeah. And that means that money can go directly into something and give it to the charity.
He's off on
and
one.
It solves it.
He's off on one.
Basically, yeah.
No, it's true.
The next thing you
True,
know, you get a
true.
bag and they say, well, it was actually 75 satang. Yeah.
But
No, it wasn't.
these are the things that I use, I have to say. Any bags, it doesn't matter. That was from the airport, King Power. But you go there, they fill it up. It's okay as long as you haven't got too many groceries. I went to Villa for my big shopping, and actually they gave me a box to put everything in.
Right.
So, and you're going like this, you know. But they did help. They say, yeah, we'll carry it to your
That's
your
good,
thing.
that's good.
But so the problem with these are.
What they just take it from the box and they pour it into the back of the car.
yeah. Like, but
Recyclable box.
But the problem with these are that you've got to remember, if you've taken a car, especially, that keep them in the car. The times I've gone to a supermarket and I went, forgot the bag.
Yes.
So I have 3 or 4 of these. I like this one. It's a big game.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Oh, it's got nice things on the back. Anyway, it's fairly trendy. So keep a load of those in the car so that you don't have an excuse, you know, you don't leave them at home, basically.
Okay, but the other factor is that we're talking about the use of plastics, and I totally agree. It's disgusting what's actually happening. Yeah? But the reality is that what people are doing is because they really don't have that many alternatives. Yeah? Now, yes, taking your own bag, very sensible. Go to IKEA, you get a huge big bag.
Yes,
you can
you
buy
do.
that bag.
Yeah.
So
it's a cotton bag, right? It's not plastic.
It's just a plastic
But it's
weave
environmentally,
thing.
yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
and it's reusable, yeah? And you can buy them. Right? So it really comes to individual, but I'm not sure about yourself, but when you get these bags, you go shopping, you get all these bags, you put them all together, you use them as small bin bags.
Absolutely.
Right? So there's a reuse of them.
Yeah.
So what's going to end up happening is people are going to be buying other bags to replace these small bags.
Yeah.
Right? So I think it's also, if you split up your rubbish and your plastics, etc., so it can be regenerated into something else. Yeah. But what I see in the bin men, they just take every bag and chuck it in the back of the
Well, that's the
truck.
problem. So what you end up with by putting
So
the
it's the
bin,
management of that
the
rubbish.
bin in the bag in the bin, you're going to get a load of rubbish in there, of all things, yogurt cartons, which are plastic, food or whatever and then so it's multiplying in a sense because that plastic will go to the landfill.
That's right. So, I mean, what we've also looked at is, okay, we've got a garden, so we're lucky, yeah? But what we're going to do is any spare food that we've got, we'll put it into compost. So we'll put it into, for food.
Like potato peel and
all
stuff
that sort
like
of stuff, yeah? And it's compost, yeah?
Yeah.
So we were lucky to have a garden to
Haggis
go and do
and
that.
things, yeah.
But an awful lot of it comes down to education care. Now, we live near a clong, and what we see is all the polystyrene packaging, right? But there is packaging out there which is biodegradable, right? And it is cheap, but it'll get cheaper the more it's used. So instead of using the polystyrene, make it readily available to the hawker or whatever.
Well, yeah,
it is,
that's
the
what I'm
hawker.
saying. Do you think the hawkers are responsible for because the stats are?
They don't know where the alternative is. They don't know the cost. Yeah, as far as the cost concerned. Yeah.
I was going to say.
Where do they get it? They go to the same place to buy the stuff all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, where's my stats here? Oh yeah. The move was 500 million plastic bags per day.
Right.
I'll repeat that. 500 million plastic bags per day.
Yes.
Multiply that by 300.
Yeah, and you buy a bag, you buy some food, it goes into a plastic bag, it goes into another plastic
Yeah,
bag.
grilled chicken the other day, right? Grilled chicken, lovely, yum, 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 into a small plastic thing, and then into a bigger plastic thing. And then, the sauce, the Namjim gel or whatever you dip, the dipping sauce, right? Used to go in a plastic bag as well, little one. They've now got like plastic containers with a top lid,
Yeah.
which looks a lot more plastic than what they used to put it in the first
it's still
place.
plastic, yeah.
But it's still plastic at the end of the day.
So we should be looking at a way of a solution which is biodegradable,
My wife went down the soy the other day and took a Tupperware.
Yeah.
Tupperware. And you've just got to think about it.
Yeah.
Because the vendors, at the end of the day, if you are doing all this and they don't give you the plastic bags, they may in the end say, oh, we don't have to buy any plastic bags anymore because everyone's bringing their own. And that's the way it'll stop. Don't tell them, don't do it because it's environmental friendly.
So
they'll say, no, we've got to make a living and we don't care.
So in a supermarket, you go and buy meat. You get it in a plastic bag, which is not biodegradable. Yeah? So I think it comes down to supermarkets, which is a great education source, because everyone has to go shopping, on how they actually manage that. The containers that they're using to educate the public.
I think it's got to come from that way.
Yeah, because that's a common factor. Everyone goes shopping. No, I'm not saying everyone goes shopping to, in Tesco or Tops or Big C or anything like that, but most people will go there at some point. So that's a great educational point. I take my hat off to all of them coming up with initiatives. But
I think it's got to come from the top down.
Which is sustainable. I think it's education. Nobody wants to pollute anything.
Well, how can you help? You can bring your own bags and boxes when shopping for anything, groceries or other purchases. Take food tins. You can get those tins that, go on top of each other. They're like a pyramid thing, and you have the rice in the top and the curry, and the vendors will fill those up. No problem at all, and very easy to carry. Buy foods with less packaging. Because 7-Elevens, you get one of their burgers, we'll probably do it on one of our food tasting shows one day. You open it, so you've got the plastic bag that it comes in, then if there's a plastic thing that's inserted in, and then you've got to unwrap something else, and blah, 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 blah. I don't know an easier way around it, but I'm sure there is one of how to do that, right? I mean, paper bags, I guess. What's stopping you having
paper
tongs?
You're saying if you're making paper, you're cutting down trees.
But how are you going to show it all? Well, there we go.
What they have is that there's certain kinds of cardboards, and I saw there was a manufacturer.
Starbucks do that, don't they?
And it's basically it's biodegradable, but it's not cheap, and that's why people don't buy it. But what they have to do is if they get the bulk, then obviously with quantity it's cheaper, right? And maybe as a social responsibility side, that's where and maybe they are already, but the supermarket should be looking at.
Yeah, absolutely.
I understand when you've got a pre-packed things like cans and things like I understand.
So
that
once again, it's got to come.
It's
from
more
the
to stuff that when they're buying meat, they're buying you get your grocery stuff, something to encourage people to. That they put it on something which is biodegradable.
Oh, don't get me started on electrical goods. Have you seen the way they're packaged? They're sealed. You can't do it by hand, can you? You like a plug or something. It comes in a plastic mould, and you've got to cut with the scissors around it to get it open, right?
It's really difficult for packaging. It's a science in itself. But another thing is they were talking about with Tesco Lotus, they said they'd add 100 points to customers' club card. Why don't you say if you get 100 points, you will get this bag? And on that bag turns around and says, I'm environmentally friendly.
Yeah, I know.
So when you're going around and you're putting this, you're basically sinning other people that they should be doing this.
I know.
So it becomes a bit of a fad or a fashion.
But at least some of the big stores like Tops, Robinsons, Big C's,
making movements.
Foodland, they're making movements. And it's a story I think we'll keep talking about, like visas. Which is coming up on another show. Speaking of which, coming up on other shows, we've talked about smoking at homes against the law now, etc. Got some clip picks for you also, and some what's on and some listeners' comments.
Clip picks being some funny, opportune videos.
Or something that basically when we pick them up, if I go,
bit of a giggle.
That's nice. That's good enough for clip picks. Okay, anything else?
That's about it.
All right, if you liked the video, please like it. If you haven't subbed already, please subscribe and share, because that's the way we can grow and we can do more stuff, and we have some good plans in the future.
And let us hear your comments
and
ideas, and we'll read them out. So
that's it for us for now. Keep it here. We're always here.
Yeah,
we're here, there, and everywhere on Bangkok Chit Chat. See you soon. Bye bye.